So the trick at the start is find. I'm sorry, Chaz.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, find the thermal. There are thermals around. I have thermaled up from the airfield, and you could get comfortably above 5,000 feet. But I can't remember. I think it's when you turn on tow, you see the good-looking cloud.
I was going to say, Duxford is a fantastic museum.
Can I start taking off now? Is everyone going to start doing that right now?
Yeah, we are. That's what we're rolling.
I'm loading, more than rolling.
I seem to be backwards.
I'm just flying past Jude, facing the other way.
Gliders are very fun to fly, I've realized.
It is a good way of learning about real flying, that is for sure.
Oh, somebody's in a discus.
I'm in a DG.
Oh, wow.
What a crazy old world we live in.
I might have departed a little bit early. Should I just restart?
No, we're good. We're absolutely fine. Don't worry about it.
I departed from the plane too early, I think.
Oh, you pulled off tow, you mean?
Yeah.
What height you at? 1,000 feet then or something?
Yeah, about 850.
If I were you, hit the Y key. Do you know how to slew up? If you hit the Y on your keyboard.
Yeah.
And then hold the, I hope I'm getting this right, you hold the F4 key, F4, the function key. Just hold that key down and you'll zoom up in the sky. And do that until you're not that far from the clouds, and then let go of the F4 key. And then when you hit Y again, you'll come out of slew. That's called slew mode, okay? You'll come out of slew. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, you're good. 6,700 feet. You're fine.
Thank you so much.
You're good.
It is perfect, acceptable to use slew before the start.
What planes are you guys flying?
We've got AS-33s, I can see them. We've got me in a DG-808S because I'm actually testing something. We've got Alex in a JS-318. And,
Cable on, please.
They're the folks I can see right now.
There's a discus as well.
Is that going to be Eric, maybe, or somebody?
No, I don't recognize the nameplate.
We've got Tim Tom in the AS-33, I think, or is it JS-318? Sort of plane.
It is.
Oh yeah, cool.
Holy, I am going fast. Should I slow down?
Yeah. Before the start, you just want to float around.
Yeah, at this point you just want to make sure you're above the minimum altitude or the maximum altitude for the start. And then in half an hour or so, we all start at the same time, fly through the start gate. Should get familiarize yourself with the instruments and your nav screen, so you can see the waypoints and all that business. So you know where the start waypoint is?
Custom weather today.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I'm just going in circles right now.
Are you in lift? That's the time to do it.
You want to look for a big cloud and then check the wind direction and fly to the windward edge of that cloud. That's where you will find the lift.
Why is my plane shaking?
You're flying too fast.
It only happens when I'm going a little too fast. About 300 PAS.
Oh, but you're in the 300. Did you say, what number did you say?
300 PAS? I don't know.
Yeah, that's 300 kilometers an hour is way above the maximum speed the plane can fly at.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah, you should be in the sort of green zone of the Vario.
Yeah, about 200.
Not really, the
like.
ASI.
Hello everyone, can you hear me now?
Yes, hello Robert.
Yes.
Oh, hello, finally. Sorry about all the confusion and everything. I'm the one with the discus.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay, just figuring out, I'm a total beginner, just figuring out the controls of Discord. That's why I just couldn't talk until now.
Yeah, we've all been through that.
It's a push to talk channel here, so you need to use the push to talk button.
Yeah, it works now.
Perfect.
Have you connected with the thermal, Georg?
Yes, actually pretty good one. I was getting above 10 knots average in the core, but
the core is too narrow.
Yeah, it is. It is narrow, isn't it?
Trying to find the core.
What is the maximum height for this?
Start It's just the limit is only on the starts, and when you go through the start gate, you have to be below 5,000 feet.
I might have messed up for a little bit, but I'll come back down.
Yeah, we will get high first of all.
Radio check 1, 2.
Yes, hello.
The idea is to get high, and then you can go near V&E through the start, and then pull up to gain height after the start.
I didn't see the date and time for today.
It's today, and the current time is 13:12.
Roger.
If I join and then change my sim time to match yours, is that fine? Or do I have to go out, set the sim time, and then come back in?
I think if you change it before the start, it shouldn't matter. I don't know if the logger flags it still, but it shouldn't be an issue anyway.
You're a bit quiet, Nightman.
Oh, my tow plane doesn't want to take off.
It's just you.
Oh.
So today at 1:15.
What is Vario?
What was that you said?
What is Vario?
It tells you whether you're going up, ascending, or descending relative to the air.
Okay.
It's your climb instrument. Yeah, telling you if you're climbing.
Yeah. Hey, smart cat.
Hello.
Try not to go I am so.
Oh no, 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 I'm about to stall.
Should nose down and give opposite rudder. Then you can recover from the stall.
I think I just saw someone. flew right past me.
Plenty of people in the air. You should turn the nameplates on so you can see where everybody is.
No, I can't. I can see the nameplates. I just saw someone. I was just saying I saw someone pass me, right next to me.
Oh yeah.
I don't see B21 for some reason.
I do. He's low.
Yeah, I respawned. I've got a little bit of a test set up here. Anybody else see me? See my nameplate anyway. I'm in the DG. You have to look down.
I see you.
Cool.
I think I have heat stroke, but that's fine. Just pretend like I can see you. But who will I follow?
You're the leader.
Oh, I see him. I see him. Yeah, to be fair, I either follow Georg or B21. Those are my two options.
There's Axel, there's Alex, there's Georg.
That's a good point. Axel's too fast though.
Georg is good in finding the best thermals.
They're hard to miss with these big clouds.
I have to pause for a while. This problem with the dog.
Oh, I just realised we're flying over Milton Keynes. How depressing.
Why?
Milton Keynes is a bit of a shithole.
is a bit. It's not the worst though.
Definitely not. Yeah.
It's home of the McLaren F1 team, isn't it?
Is it actually?
I think so. Was it McLaren or Mercedes? No, I think McLaren, isn't it?
Yeah, all the F1 engineering teams are based in that kind of area.
I didn't know that. Kinda close to my house. I'd say we're 56 nautical miles away from my house.
Does anyone know if the planes from multiplayer have wake turbulence?
I don't think they do, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think they do actually. No, good question. But I'm pretty sure they do not.
I know the sim does simulate it, but I don't know if it's in multiplayer or implemented with these gliders anyway. There's wake turbulence when you follow another prop plane. I think they talked about that in the past. Or prop wash. Anyway.
Okay, so about 10 minutes before the start. 9.5.
You may have noticed the thermals stop around 7,500 feet HEL.
I have 8,000 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll have been weakening, won't they, for the last 1,000 feet? So it's not the fastest way to fly to take that extra height if you're on the course.
Insider tips.
This is a super niche question, but you know, in the ASME, there's a little bar on your speed indicator that shows how far your brakes are deployed.
Yeah.
Is it always a tiny bit green? The bottom of my bar is never.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. If you see
Okay.
tiny green square, it's totally not deployed.
Okay, cool. I was a bit worried I had my brakes deployed like every week, just like a tiny amount. That would have really explained why I'm never.
When you open it, I'm not in the ASME at the moment. When you open it, it's red though. Is it red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it goes red when you open it.
Yeah. So green's okay. Yeah, if it changes to red. Yeah.
Bro, I'm doing crazy bank angle right now.
The AS33 is very stable.
I had to restart. What would be a good sim time to set?
It is 13:23.
Roger, 13:23.
The plane I'm flying in, I don't know, the plane everyone's flying, is not stable at high speed. Like the second you get at the yellow or 216 kilometers, it starts shaking.
Can I ask what the sim time is now? Because I'm back
Yes. Sim time is 13:23 and a half.
Okay.
What happens if we hit the start line before the time?
Not much, really. We're just encouraging people to, in the real competition, there'd be a penalty for starting early. But it doesn't matter. Your time is going to be from your start to your finish. So, and there's no real advantage going early. If anything, it's a disadvantage. So it's not really a big deal. But we try and synchronize it so that we're flying around. Yeah, so it's like a real world flight, and we fly together more or less.
I was thinking accidentally.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal.
But you need to switch the waypoint for the start, for the second start. If I'm right.
Yeah, if you're in the AS33, if you make a start, it will automatically click to the next waypoint, which is WP1, waypoint 1. If you want to restart, which you can do, you can just turn around, fly back, and do another start. You have to tell the flight computer that's what you're doing. So it's the knob in the bottom right-hand corner of the nav display, which is labeled waypoint. Is you can scroll up and down through the waypoints in the task, and that's when you're telling the flight computer that you're not going to the waypoint that it thought you were going to be going to. You're going to a different one. But you do that by scrolling the wheel.
Robert's flying the Discus. I'm wondering if you've installed the LXN mod or if it's the stock.
Yes, I use the LXN.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, I watched some videos I found here on Discord about how to configure it and how to search for the information, and did some solo, more or less crashings, but I learned how it works.
Excellent, you're in good shape then.
Yeah.
For the guys who have trouble with landing, don't be too low before you jump out with the parachute.
The canopy can open mid-air, bro. That is not realistic.
Don't open it.
you can eject the canopy because you may need to jump out. Okay, 4 minutes.
We have to be 5,000 feet on the start.
Maximum 5,000. You can be any height you like, but as you go through the start, where as you cross the start line, you must be below 5,000 feet.
If you're in the discus with the LXN, make sure you're on the waypoint page. You can see that by checking that it says waypoint in the very top left, WPT, and that start is selected as the waypoint. Yeah, perfect.
Yes, and the 2 arrows that let me switch between them.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
And the discus is, we're going to be flying fast probably, and the discus has got lower performance, so it will be difficult for you to keep up.
No problem. I'm just enjoying learning stuff. So, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So don't feel bad, if you think you're not going fast enough, because you're not in the same plane.
Nope, no problems.
Is Dagger just coming up now?
I do that.
Can you slew up, Dagger? Because we'll be starting.
I forgot the keys for.
It's hit Y. Y for yellow Yankee, and then the F4 key. The F4 key will and then when you let go of the F4 key, hit Y again to come out of slew.
I feel like a lot of people are going at like 8,000 feet.
They're not yet, but they're going to come down to 5. Don't worry about
it. What's the start height? 5?
5 is the max height, yeah. Okay, we're going to go 2 minutes. 2 minutes later. We're going to give Dagger just an extra 2 minutes. So we're starting in 3.5 minutes.
Thank you.
I also tried the DG808 and went into some very heavy stalling with it. Is there something still to be working on it, or
you're triggering Chaz? No, it's got some issues, but I think by the time we get to Flight Simulator 2024, we're going to have tidied up some of these kind of loose ends in like the DG. At the moment, it's not ideal. If you know that's what it's going to do, though, you just compensate for it. But it's not ideal. I'm in the DG at the moment. In fact, I'm in the DG testing stuff, not the flight model in this case, the testing stuff that would be improvements to the DG. But it's not going to happen tomorrow.
Nice, because in my case it happened really near to the ground and I couldn't do very much. And
yeah. Its stall behavior really is problematic.
Yeah, it tries to kill you, as I found out on Wednesday.
The default weight and balance setup is probably also not optimal. If you change something with it, B21, maybe that's something you could also look at.
Yeah, okay, yeah, good point. I'm going to change it now, actually. I haven't ballasted up.
That track gives you reminded of the York.
Okay, 2 minutes.
As I get into the left.
Did you say 6,000 or 5,000 feet?
5,000. 1 minute to the start then.
Well, in a real situation, in a race situation, it's okay to go in the yellow part of the speed arc?
Absolutely. It's the red line is the only limit.
Yeah, the red line, it shakes a lot, so don't go to the red line.
Okay.
I have a lot of experience.
Do all the gliders behave the same at the red lines, or do they disintegrate some of them?
The gate
or,
opens in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The start gate is now open.
The DG actually disintegrates if you're flying over the max speed for a little bit of time. The wings actually do come off. But if you've got damage enabled, all planes, I think, give you the black screen if you overstress the aircraft.
Yeah, in real life there's also VME limit if it's turbulent conditions as well. Very bad start, too high by a few. Well, that was a crap start by me.
There we go, safety in numbers. Let's all go for this juicy looking cloud here.
Bro, I have about like 63% speed brake on, so I just don't overspeed at all, you know?
Okay. So we'll see how you get on. That is Duxford off to our left, and my house is just off to our left. Duxford Air Museum. because we're flying south of track.
Yes, it's really a great museum.
It is.
Any chance to see SR-71 Concorde?
Yep. Yes, all good.
I've been there in 2018 and really enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good place.
Oh, I see Georg is shooting upwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Scotch Corner should be near Duxford. It's right near Duxford, isn't it?
What's that, Chaz?
Scotch Corner. No, what it's called? Or
Nope.
is that somewhere else?
That's somewhere else. Yeah, I would know.
These thermals still be pretty good, but we're really in optimal conditions here with these fields and urban land classes and middle of summer. So that's probably as good as it gets in this weather condition.
Yeah, although we're in the UK.
Yeah.
You know, which is well, you know, we're not expecting awesome conditions in the UK, right? I mean, it's
No, but I'm saying it's still pretty good for you know. I was expecting
definitely.
worse.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's easily flyable. We haven't set it too low, I don't think.
No.
But it may mean with this weather, if we're flying somewhere more south, you know, it's going to be a bit stronger. But we'll see. Ooh. So flying over the town of Royston here, just off to our west, there's a rising strip of land that follows the road called the Heath, Royston Heath, just next to Royston here. And I've ridge-sawed that. I think I was
seriously?
Yeah, I think I was because I was trying to get back to Gransden, and I was down on those trees just to the west of Royston. You can see them now. There's a sort of there is a very slight little ridge there, yeah. And I hung in there for a while, just going backwards and forwards, just on that ridge. And then didn't make it. I nearly made it though.
There's always a question how many times you're doing this thermal.
Yeah. Good lift though.
It is.
I realised I got here 2,000 feet below you guys. I was thinking, wow, is there some kind of problem with this flight model? But it's had the gear down.
Oh.
And the DD, I think, is added quite a lot of drag for the gear.
That's your excuse when you're sticking to it.
First decision, right or left? I want to see Silverstone, so right.
On Wednesday we'll fly pretty similar weather, but we will be in the LS4.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the LS4.
It will be less windy between the clouds.
Yeah.
Robert is going to win the discus class. Sorry.
What time's Wednesday is that?
Same time as today's task.
Oh, it's 7. Okay.
It'll be flatland in Finland on Wednesday.
So
if I've got the schedule in my mind correctly.
So flat land, very like this then?
Yep. There will be more lakes though and more forest.
Because we're a bit south of track, we're going to be passing closer than we should to Luton Airport, the international airport, which will be just off to our left in a little bit. And Dunstable Gliding Club is right next door to that, but because Dunstable is a very, very early gliding club, like the 1920s or 1930s, it's got protected rights to its airspace. Otherwise, because it's just it's right next to Luton Airport, basically. But it's been there long enough that it gets away with it.
That's where I show my discus in Dunstable with a friend. A couple of friends fly there. So you say you live near Duxford, whereabouts is it?
Sorry, I do live. Yeah, I can walk to Duxford if I wanted to. It's more fun. It's more fun to just take a bicycle out of the garage though and cycle around it.
Yeah.
But,
Next time I go there, I'll look you up.
Oh, for sure. God. Yeah. I go around because we get in there free because we're close enough. They want to keep the neighbours happy.
Oh yes.
And it's great. It means I can pop in, have a cup of coffee and a donut. You know, look at one plane and then come out again.
Coffee? What kind of Brit are you?
Not a very good one. Although actually, I did tone it down. I don't actually have a coffee and a donut. I have a coffee and a scone. But you know, for some reason, I toned that down and donut.
The Axel is going for the right cloud.
Yes, am I, even though I'm miles behind you guys. I'm heading to the right hand one. And I can see most of you aren't, as far as I can tell.
Seeing like grass airfield to my right, that must be Henlow? Or thereabout.
There's actually a line of clouds there to the right. Might be not a bad decision.
Somewhere here, Chaz, is that airfield. Oh yeah, there's that airfield that's got the triangle on the grass.
Yeah, that's the one.
That was back there. Yeah. Which might be Biggleswade, maybe? No, I don't know. But, oh, Cardington. That's what I'm trying to remember. Coming this way, you get Cardington, which is used to have, I don't know if they're still there, those massive balloon, blimp hangars on it. Which is a big land, is a big visual recognition point because those hangars are so big. But I don't know, they might have knocked those hangars down now.
You running the Apple map textures today?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I find Apple Maps is the best for the UK.
Me too. Yeah, it looks really good down there. I bought an LS4 last month.
Oh, congrats.
Nice.
A B model. Connecting with the wings connect automatically when you pop them in.
Oh, do
That's handy.
Say again?
I said that's handy.
Sorry, Chaz.
Still a piece of work putting wings on.
Yeah.
I used the wing dolly for the first time last weekend. That took the load right off.
Were you trying to do one-man rigging?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, way to go.
First time, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can see it, Robert, low in his discus at 2,800.
Yeah, low and back.
I'm just above to your right, but at 59.
Yeah, I'm
right
behind you, Dagger, on your starboard wing.
Okay, I don't have the Discord overlay yet, so I don't know who said that.
It's Dagger. It's Bravo. I'm Bravo 2-1, and the other guy's Dagger.
That's Dagger here, right here, Dagger.
Okay, let's orient it. See if I can see you.
I still haven't got the Discord overlay to work.
No, I had it. It was a little bit problematic. So I just have Discord itself, the Discord app, open on the right-hand edge of my screen.
Oh, okay.
And I can see the voice channels popping up as people talk.
You can get a 11-inch. I got these 11-inch OLDs, and you can just plug them in USB, and they'll drag whatever you want out of the way over there. That's good for running the map too. Little nav map. Maintaining a good glide at this speed. Like 105 at 1.
Yeah, Robert, but there's a big difference being at 5,600 feet like me and being at 1,500 feet like you.
Yep, I'm going down.
You know what the safety rules are, right?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
The safety rule, a rule of thumb for a pilot when he's flying and he's getting low.
No, not yet.
What's that? What's that?
No, not. It's 3,000 feet. Don't abandon a place that's landable. And at 2,000 feet, finalize what you're going to do, and then of course at the end.
All right.
But there's a lot of fields out here, so you could call any one of them. But not in New Hampshire and Vermont.
No. I've flown out there. It's trees as far as you can see, isn't it?
In some places, yeah.
Some places, yeah.
Along the rivers, it's good.
Okay.
River valleys, and there are a lot of farm fields in Vermont and a few in New Hampshire. There's plenty of landable fields actually, but you prefer not to have to do that. Make it to an airport because somebody's going to come and get you.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you land out anywhere within about 30 or 40 miles of the airport where I fly out of, it's $100 to get a tow up to fly you home, or partway home, and let go of you and let you fly home for the rest of the way.
Yeah, I've done that, and you're always starting to think about, should I let go now? Because I might not make it, and you don't want to seem like a chicken, but on the other hand, you do want to make it home, right? You know, that aero.
They came all the way to get you.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about a plane that came from your home airfield.
Correct.
Because I've done it in reverse. I've chosen gliding clubs to land out when I'm like way out somewhere. I try and make it to a gliding club so that they can give me a tow.
Right. That's doable here. And Franconia is a big spot in the White Mountains that we're having a 4th of July 3-day weekend at there soon. And they have a couple of tow planes, so that's always a friendly place.
Yeah.
And then to the north, we have Sugarbush Warren, which is along almost near the Canadian border, is not far away. There's a lot of big ski areas up there.
In the UK, we have a 4th of July coming up. That's not celebrations, it's the elections.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I wish.
It's a big holiday in Sweden today. It's midsummer. It's huge in Sweden.
Ah, nice.
What do people do on midsummer?
They put flowers in their hair and they dance around the pole. And they get drunk.
Oh, yeah.
We have Ironman tomorrow in Helsingør, and they run exactly in front of my house, so I don't know if I can leave my house tomorrow.
Do they go topless?
I will see.
Well,
Be nice to hit some more lists soon.
A couple of days ago in Stonehenge, these stop oil, whatever you call them, threw powder paint all over the stones.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, disgraceful.
I wasted too much time in that first thermal, but I needed it.
Are there some rule of thumbs for glide racing? I know it can be quite general.
Fly fast in sync and fly slow in lift. That's how you go fast.
Okay, and I see.
What happened to our lift line here, by the way? Speaking.
I'm going up at 8.5 average right now.
Here we go. Just as I spoke.
Yeah, there's a good shadow on the ground, so there should be a lift, hopefully.
But how do you decide to stop for lift? I don't know, is there an altitude that's safe to stop and get some lift, or are there any strategies? I don't know.
It's how much you need it. Like if you're low, you're going to stop for any lift pretty much. And it's what the lift strength is. You're looking at when you look at the vario. If the vario goes up to 8, you know, you're definitely going to stop and turn in it.
Okay.
You also need to plan ahead and look ahead and see where the next source of lift is. If there's a cloud not far away, then you just maybe you just pull up in the lift you're currently getting. You don't circle, and you know you will make it to the next cloud already. You always have to think a few steps ahead, like in chess, basically.
I'll have to default for a thank you, or else I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so much I have to learn. I just started, so I'm curious and yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You got a cool journey, interesting journey ahead of you.
Thanks.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Well, actually, now, because I'm just learning, I don't know much about this racing, but I see that wherever there's gliders, there's racing. So this seems to be something.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the difference between aviation and flying planes. Like gliding is more of a sport than a form of transportation, right? So I think it's the most interesting thing you can do in a plane.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll third that.
Finally.
Oh, now I see DB Dagger.
Finally got a good thermal too.
Yeah, arrival height for waypoint 1 is 3,300 feet HGL.
Congrats. Axel in the lead by the look of it.
Yep.
I'm winning the DG 808 race. Robert
I'm
is
trying to save my life.
Yeah, you slowed right down.
Yeah, down there 4,000 feet.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's high.
I would feel pretty high at 4,000.
Yeah,
if I was
exactly.
if I was doing this task, yeah.
Oh, nice looking bunch of clouds over where you guys are. Mac.
The waypoint is a bit out in the blue. And then the next leg, we'll have to deviate again for a cloud. Slightly.
would be nice to know the distance between us.
Yeah. If you have a second screen, you can pull up the V21 task planner and you can see the maps on the plane.
Oh, nice. Good tip for the next time. No, I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, you'll need, of course, the logger, the logger and the transmitter.
Oh, I think I read something. Yep. I'll get ready for next time. Thanks. Is there an altitude that you kind of must stop for a lift? So what would be a safe, the lowest altitude you can go before looking for lift?
In the UK, if once you're 1,000 feet, that is, it's a bigger problem in New Hampshire, I think, but in the UK, because there's a lot of fields, but below 1,000 feet, once you get to 1,000 feet, you'll have a field chosen, and you won't leave that field. So you can't look for lift in it. You can look for lift in a radius of about 2 miles, but that's all, because that's height AGL, above ground, right? Once you're within 1,000 feet of the ground. I mean, you're trying to stay closer to cloud base than you are to the ground, is the general idea, because it keeps you connected to the clouds, and that's where the lift is. So generally, like clouds today, if the base of the cloud is at 6,600 feet, say, you wouldn't want to go below 3,500, I don't think, because you'd be faster. If you stay just a little bit closer to the clouds, you connect with the thermals more quickly and stuff.
The idea is that you oscillate. For example, you go to 6,000 and then you go fast and arrive around 4,000 and then make some spirals again and so on.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you do. And you stay in the thermal because you're looking at the climb strength until the climb strength weakens at some altitude. The thermal won't go on forever, obviously, and you have a choice of when to leave the thermal. So you'll stay in it, you'll be turning, but at some point you'll see the lift is starting to just get a little bit less, then a little bit less, and a little bit less, and you make a decision to leave. But when you leave isn't based on the height you're at, it's based on, as the thermal, have you run out of thermal, basically.
And what you picked out on the way up.
Yeah.
Where you're going next, how far away, and all that. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
On a task like this, you basically want to make sure you always make it to the next cloud that you think is working for you.
Yeah, there's an abundance online here. Just that blue hole to the left, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still
and there's
have
some clouds forming in it too.
Smart Cat's at 2,200.
Rating at 2.5. Got a bit of way to go to that next cloud. But if you fly slow enough, this AS-33 goes on forever. Can glide very long distances.
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at the glide ratio sometimes down there in the lower right on the AS-33, and it's doing amazing. Sometimes better than 60.
How's it going, Robert?
Oh, okay. I guess I'm about 7,000 and something.
Oh, okay. Well, congrats. Yeah.
Well, thank you. It's been a while.
He's asking all those questions to throw us off. That's it.
Yeah.
While he climbs way out. I get it.
Yeah, sandbagging. What?
Yeah.
Robert, how low did you get before you picked up a good climb?
Around 1,000, I guess.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Even SmartCat doesn't do that.
Yes, probably.
That's why he has 9 lives.
I'm looking at SmartCat. It's still above 2,000, but it's going to go to 19 something pretty soon, I think.
Well, in the mission I played, there was more ridge lift, so I didn't really work into thermals until now, so I don't really know what to do. I've just followed you.
Yeah. We try and mix it up a little bit. The first 18 months maybe, we were really focusing on ridge lift because we hadn't worked out the thermals either, and the thermals weren't very good either. So we did a lot of ridge flying. But in the past year, we've gradually, increased our ability to work out how we can effectively use thermals in the flight simulator. And you see, this weather today is new weather. You know, we're still kind of experimenting with it.
I like it.
I like it. Well done, Georg.
That's good. Good to hear.
How long has this Discord been going? And the weekly flights?
Good question, actually.
We're talking like years?
A bit more than 2 years, I think.
It depends whether you count the, 2 years, 8 months when it was just Georg on his own. You know, does that count?
I have to say this, where the sky looks very realistic with this scattered clouds.
Yeah, I like the shadows as well.
Yeah, that gives you an idea where the distance to the next thermal is.
Yeah, and on the right day you can play Connect the Dot.
Yes.
Still wish the smaller clouds would work a little bit better in the sim.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's the main missile I've fired in that I hope lands somewhere.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I kept it really, really simple.
Also a bit smooth for a really long period of time. I definitely would be hitting more lift and sink.
I think this cloud we're heading towards to now is definitely one where we'll be circling.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, and we're all pretty low. It's market at 1800, late 1900.
If Chaffer's down there at 26. Oh, Tootenmile landed. Oh, he's not. What's a? Yeah, that's. I don't think he's got a glider.
No.
No, P-28. Okay.
Yeah, we have. There's a nameplate mod which I wrote for what it's worth, but it colours the gliders, the nameplates, a blue in a different colour. So.
I got that running. I think everybody right now is black.
You haven't got it running then. Because it does blue and white, unless you've edited it or something like that. It does blue for gliders and white for everything else.
Yeah, I think that's in the community folder.
B21 better nameplates.
Yeah. I'll have to take a look. I think it's in there. Amazing how quickly everyone got ahead. I needed some lift twice now.
You're still winning the, your own race.
The last place. That's like ski patrol. You know, they take the last run of the day to make sure everyone's safe.
Yeah, okay.
And off the hill.
You're doing the sweep up? Yo, did you see the quality for the F1?
Yes, I did. Not as close as I would have hoped after the practice sessions.
I know.
Still pretty close. Actually, never mind. I thought Verstappen was the pole, but he wasn't in the end.
Yep, Norris.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Okay, I see that Clyde as well.
Can you pick up the thermals with the variometer if you go very fast? Or do you look for the clouds and orientate like this?
Vario will always show you when you get lift.
But if you go very fast, will it pick it up? So if it's not very large, I don't know.
It will, but you tend to anticipate it. As you're flying between clouds, you fly super fast because you're not expecting anything, right? Anything you do, little bump, you get as a bonus. But it's called anticipating the bounce. As you get to the bit of the cloud where you think, I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be it and stuff. You pull up. You start pulling up, and then 9 times out of 10 you're right. You know, you pull up and you just pull up into this perfect juicy thermal and start turning in it. You know, and then 1 time out of 10 you pull up, and the vario's just going down. But that's not normal usually. Yeah. So what you do is you race towards the cloud. If you see a good cloud, you fly fast towards it because you have confidence and you want to get there before it's evaporated. But then as you get there, you tend to pull up before the vario says the lift is great. You might be starting to get a little bit of a bubble, you know, that tells you you're in the zone of the cloud. And you anticipate the bounce. You know, you pull up and you'll go up 500 feet, right? You know, just by pulling up. And then you flatten out at the top and pray that your vario is going to be sitting at, you know, plus 10 knots. You know, just as you flatten out and start turning. And usually you can get it more or less right.
Nice, interesting. Because I don't know, maybe it's just my lack of experience, but I find the thermals pretty narrow.
Yeah, they're not too narrow.
45 degrees of bank.
Yeah, you know, when you're in it, you're in it. There is a little bit of experience with the flight simulator that we recognise. Is this you start getting used to, you know, what does a thermal in the sim feel like compared to one of the little bumps you get somewhere else in the cloud. You know, which is
okay. Interesting. And do you also use the wind and the position of the cloud with this?
That's a little bit of expertise, yeah. It turns out in Flight Simulator, the lift in the cloud is on the side of the cloud where the wind comes from. The upwind side of the cloud is where the strongest lift is, under the cloud. So that's an advantage if you know that. That's just like a simulator advantage. You know, in real clouds, the lift can be anywhere, and you can tell where it is by looking at the cloud. Whereas in the sim, it's consistently on the upwind side.
Interesting. Thank you.
Dark bottom and good definition to the bottom, so it looks like a knife sliced it off. The darker the area, that's where the strongest lift is.
Do we get the wind information in real life gliders too?
Yeah,
the
computer instruments it could be a vario, it could be the nav, will compute, because it's got a GPS and they have accelerometers, and they'll compute as you turn which way are you drifting, and quite quickly it can work out what's the wind strength and direction.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah.
Which glider are you flying in the sim?
Me? I'm in the Discus.
Yeah, hardcore.
Okay. Do you use XP or anything plugged in?
I use the LXN. I know, or I suppose the wind is that big blue arrow. So.
Right. The arrow with the number behind it. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking for that more when I played by myself, so when the ridge lift, so I try to choose my my hill to climb.
Damn, I wasted time in this thermal. I circled in weak lift. Didn't get the
We have to
peak
circle in
performance.
something. I'm at 3. Well, at least there's an airport there.
In England, there are airports scattered all over the country.
And in real life, is it also safe to fly in the yellow arc, or?
Oh yeah, that's just there's a limit of how strongly you should maneuver in the yellow arc, and it depends a little bit on what flaps. If you have flaps out, flaps are vulnerable to damage if you're flying too fast. But it's within the envelope of the plane will take you all the way up to the red line. But once you get into the yellow arc, there are limits of one kind or another. For example, you cannot be in most positive flap, for example.
Got it.
Yes. So
Thanks.
Yellow is just telling you. Green says absolutely everything is fine. Yellow says you're fine, but there are some limitations within this envelope of what you can do in the plane. And then red is never exceed that speed.
And you are not allowed to even touch it, or?
Shouldn't do.
I see we get the overspeed even if we don't touch the red line with the indicated speed, at least. So.
Yeah, it's a true airspeed limit. Yeah.
So this is a good advice for reality too, just to keep a bit lower than that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Is the gripper much stiffer in the yellow? Can you feel it in real life? When you pull back, it's much harder than you are slower.
Well, I don't know. I only play with a regular joystick, so I don't have real life experience, and I don't have force feedback too. So
No.
I don't know.
In a real glider, the stick will be really, really quite stiff. If you're flying, say, 130 knots, which is very, very fast, to be honest, the stick will be really stiff. But also, you won't want to make big movements, because God knows what a big movement would do to the plane. You know, you'd pull high G or you'd stress the plane. So you tend to be holding the stick really, really steady anyway, but it will be very stiff. As you get near the stall, the stick starts feeling really quite floppy. You know, so there's a big range from one end to the other.
I really want an FFP joystick now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
That Mosa base though is huge. Damn, I don't think I'll be able to fit it.
They're going to
Won't get between your legs. It's like holding a toaster.
Do we all go to waypoint 1?
Try your 2-slice toaster first, then decide.
I'm on my way to waypoint 2.
Yeah, I think most of them.
Yeah, we all are, right?
Yeah, I'm taking up the slack, and you all are doing good, so just stay there. Down to 2,600 back here.
Right now, the big hope for the next big cloud.
There's no hope, Obi-Wan.
Do or do not, there is no try.
Yeah, as said before, in real life as well, there's a limit to the VNA if there's turbulent conditions. It's a much lower limit.
Okay to judge or suppose the lift based on the shadow that's cast on the ground?
Yeah, a little bit. If it's a black shadow, that means the cloud is nice and thick, which is a good sign.
Nice. I have one in front. Let's see.
Yeah.
It will be determined by the sun position, of course, as well. Slightly, I mean.
Is the lift weaker if the wind is from the sun? Because the ground is in the shadow and not heated?
No. Doesn't make any difference at all. Yeah, I think the lead time on the sun, if there's any wind at all, the sun has been heating the ground for really quite a while before the thermal rises. So, where the cloud was or wasn't isn't going to make any difference to that.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm 5 minutes to waypoint 1.
Did you add ballast to your discus?
Well, I don't know. It's the default setting. Can I tell by looking around?
If it's the default setting, then you're a bit under ballasted. There's a bit to be gained to make the plane quicker if you add more ballast to it.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned quite a lot today from you. Thank you.
Of course, we're coming up to Leicester City, which is where the British Gliding Association, I think, still has its headquarters.
What's that, Chaz? I didn't understand it.
Leicester, is that where the BGA have their headquarters?
Oh, it probably is. Not that I've ever been around there.
Just need to remember the address.
Axle's turning.
Turning is for whips.
Yeah, Chaz Husband's Bosworth is off to our right somewhere. Have you flown there?
I've been there, but never actually got to fly there.
Yeah. I've flown from Cambridge early because there was a regionals on at Husbos, and I got there in time for the start of the task.
Oh, really?
So I circled over the top of Husbos, and when their task started, I raced it. Yeah, and then I had to get back to Cambridge after it. It was good fun though. And I entered a competition. Well, I've been at multiple regionals in Husbos, but once I entered it and I towed my fucking glider backwards into a barbed wire fence.
Oh!
On the first day, I'm towing it behind the car along the Perry track at Husbos, with my wings obviously sticking out. And there's this horrible bloody graunching noise, and it was my wing and winglet just starting to snag its way along the fucking barbed wire fence. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well,
that was it. I was out of the comp. And I hadn't even started. I'd phoned the practice day the day before.
I suppose a lot of people watching on as well.
It was just a disaster. Yeah.
And you have really a lot of airports in the UK.
Yeah. We built a lot of them for some reason in about 1939 and 1940.
Yes, I understand. In German, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But the fucking guy was Austrian, huh?
What can you do?
That is true.
Yeah. I'm past being sorry for being British. I think of it as a positive thing that we've given an Independence Day to countries all over the world. It's like a gift.
That's okay. America might have a dictator soon if Trump gets in.
It looks like these days more and more people feel the democracy is bad and they want to be under dictate.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And
It's
the
strange,
young
isn't it?
and the
Yeah.
young people wants it. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Because they didn't live in this. So I'm from Czech. I was in Soviet Union, part of it. So I know good from my parents what is it, but the youngsters they don't know it because their parents didn't live in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we will see how it goes.
I see somebody with a blue nameplate. What is a MXS?
It's one of the stock gliders.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it must be the DG1001.
Isn't that a Nissan sports car?
Yeah, Honda NSX.
Or a Honda, a Kira?
You getting any lift yet, Chaz? Because I'm following straight behind you.
Not yet.
Okay.
B21, you worked on the LS4, didn't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, the 100%. Yeah, that was me and Madolo. It's been. Madolo
love
did
it.
the 3D modelling, and I did the flying model and the programming. I like it. Yeah, we've learnt a lot. I mean, if it's been, 2.5 years maybe, we've been gliding in the sim. Everybody that does it has kind of learned quite a lot, I think. And at the beginning, I don't think people appreciated that a slower glider can still be a fun glider, even when the instruments aren't as sexy as in the fastest gliders or something like that. Whereas in fact now, we've come to get a broader understanding of it all.
I think that's the isn't that in the UK anyway that they solo people in that glider?
Sorry, they do what in the glider?
They use the LS4 to, when club members first solo.
Oh yeah.
In a solo, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I mean the DG101. Yeah, the sort of safe. Unflapped gliders. Yeah. So I flew an LS4 at Lashen in my early solo.
Our club has a 304 HPH 304 that there's club owns. That's a nice, got little winglets on it, kind of like the.
Yeah. I mean, when you climb out of whatever you've been training in, it feels like a rocket, So it's
definitely. I trained in the Blanik.
Oh, yes, I trained in the Blanik.
Yeah.
A lot of time as well.
I put 100 hours in the thing in a couple seasons. And then I bought the LS4.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's nice flying an LS4. You're up in
really
the sky.
nice instruments in it.
Yeah, but it's
nice oxygen system.
Yeah. Good visibility.
Yeah, I'm a little short, but I can still see over the dash. I can only fit my hand though between my head and the top of the canopy. When I sit in a position that gives me enough forward visibility over the dash.
Okay.
Yeah, this cockpits are sleek. Yeah, I fly with the CU Navigator on my phone or tablet off on the left side. So it's kind of like having a decent instrument, similar to the AS-33.
Yeah, pretty much. My LS4 days predated GPS, so you'd have a map, but that meant all that tradition of a map. You fold it really carefully. You draw your task on it.
You put it on your knee.
Yeah, and
yeah.
But you've paid so much attention to the task, and are you crossing railways perpendicularly? That's you're gonna be able to tick the time off if you know where you are.
Yeah, I trained that way when I got my general aviation certificate in the 90s.
But it makes it nice, the flying is nice because you're looking out of the window so much of the time, trying to recognize a city or some woods or a highway. It's actually quite nice. I mean, once you've got GPS, you just don't have to, you race towards the waypoint more than anything else.
Open country like this is nice to see. Yeah, you're very cautious when there's big hills and a lot of forest. It's a different mindset.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I flew in out of Blairstown, New Jersey, and we had Pennsylvania just on our left, and that was a lot of trees. But we tend to stick, we wouldn't fly in that area so much. You could stick to the ridges, and we'd know where every landing field was, everywhere along the entire ridge.
Yeah, the Alleghenies are pretty amazing.
It's nice, but we had this thing with it when it's all tree. The wind will be coming from, say, the northwest, and that will be the side that's got all the trees on it. So you have to stay. You don't go too low on the ridge. You've always got enough speed / height to get over it if you have to, rather than that, because you can't because on the wooded side, maybe it's not going to be landable there. Yeah, but so I've done that a few times where you peel over the ridge because things won't go so great anyway, and then you're in the sink the other side of it. But at least there's landable. Is that
where the LDs are? Yeah, okay. On the lee.
On the lee, yeah. But there are fields. I mean, you see them, right? We don't go too low.
Roger. Yeah.
And then
that's your place to dip into if you need it.
Yeah. And you tend to land really quick.
Somebody stepped on your airplane.
What you forgot to say, B21, is you had to take turning point photographs.
What about the photographs you were saying? Sorry.
You had to take a photograph of your turning point.
Yeah.
Getting to the right old days, yeah.
Yeah, and you're sort of lining it up on the chimney in the river, or whatever.
Yeah.
To make sure you're in the quadrant. Looking down the wing.
And with your barograph as well.
Yeah, which is smoked.
Yeah.
The day of the task. Yeah, you're smoking your paragraph in the smoke hut.
You guys make me feel young. This is amazing.
That was good fun, all that stuff. Because it's the same for everybody. Oops.
You got that thermal then?
When you do one of these DG808 stalls, it's a bit tricky to get out of, isn't it?
Yep.
I didn't fully stall, right? I caught it as soon as the nose started acting a bit strangely.
Really let it stuck in, huh?
Yeah, it took a little while to sort it out.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly come out very quickly. I noticed that on Wednesday.
In the AS33, is the number 4 flap, is it more positive than the N flap? It feels like it is.
Is it... What order is it? 1, 2, 3, N4?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, N.
Oh no, it's
5.
it's not more positive than that. It's not.
Okay.
Can't tell by doing exterior view, can you?
No, you wouldn't be. We're talking about a sim here, aren't we? So you know the animation's nothing to do with the actual flaps. But for it to have been, well, I will check it, Gail. But for that to be wrong, it would mean me putting the drag and lift numbers into each of the flap settings. I would have got them the wrong way round on 2 consecutive flap settings, and I think that's unlikely.
Yeah, it just feels like the way the aircraft pitches.
Yeah, maybe that is a tricky thing to get in the glider and get it to be an accurate performance model.
Yeah, no worries.
That secondary effect of the pitch change as you go from one flap to another. Yeah. So you are probably right that there's a slightly positive pitch change when between the flaps, even though the performance change is going to be correct. That's what I'd have been focusing on. Then I'm compromising the secondary effect to get the performance effect right. Maybe.
I suggest the Hawk Vario.
I'm sure everybody took a really good look at the Y-shaped rail junction north of Leicester. If we turn that one, turn that waypoint.
I see a power station as well. Or it looks like a power station.
Can't remember. Leicester, there's
Let me know if you
Leicester-
see any left.
Bicester Airfield, which is grass, must be right underneath us here somewhere. That's a busy airfield. I think it's grass.
That's
Oh, no,
me
it's not. No, it's not.
looking down. I forgot about the waypoint.
Yeah.
That's lost my time.
Parcels of land are pretty small. The farms. How they divide it up.
Now, some of the fields can be quite small in the UK.
I mean, in comparison to America.
Oh, yes. Sure, everything's bigger in America, I would say.
Bigger feet, bigger hands, wider feet.
You know what they say about big feet?
Big brains.
Hairy heads.
Did you pass waypoint 2?
Not me. I'm on my way. Just watching Chaz come back from it.
I'm not coming back. I'm going to.
Oh,
sorry. Sorry, yeah.
I had the tank up. I'm almost there.
I'm confused.
That's not confusion, Chaz. That's Alzheimer's.
Should be solved. I was flying the Pioneer again this week.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it now. I'm starting to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I bet. Just looking at those traffic jams from above.
Yep. The red arrows actually were displaying near Belfast today.
Oh, okay.
It's the Armed Forces Day, which is held at Jordan's time near Belfast.
Yeah, we had them only 2 weeks ago at Duxford. It was the biggest air show of the year for Duxford was 2 weeks ago, the weekend 2 weeks ago. We had the red arrows then.
Yeah, really.
So they get around.
Yeah, I really must go to Duxford again for an air show. Have you ever been to any of the old Warden air shows?
No, I've been to the airfield, but not to one of the air shows there.
The evening air show is very good because they normally bring the slow stuff out.
Yeah.
I see we don't collide with each other, so what's the purpose of this flarm then?
Immersion.
Yeah.
Okay, decoration.
You can turn collision on. I think. I've never
But
done it.
everyone has to have it on, or I don't know.
The people you want to hit, probably.
I think most of us probably have it off.
Keep forgetting there's so many random small towns in the UK.
Yeah, there's a lot of villages in the UK.
Some of the names are pretty funny though.
Yep.
Like 5 different words for I'm depressed.
How you doing, Robert?
Well behind. 45 minutes to waypoint 2 and 3,000 feet.
You're minus 3,000 feet for waypoint 2 at the moment.
Yes, minus 3,600.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all right. That's one climb.
I'm over an airport here.
Okay.
I don't have the labels activated, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
No, it kind of ruins the immersion.
Yeah.
Do you guys know if Apache helicopters are capable of seeing optics, like aimed at them? Like they have some sort of anti-optics warning system?
No idea.
Every time we take a picture of Apache helicopter near Mercy Island, they beeline away from me. And they're flying along the seafront trying to get like pictures of topless women and stuff. There's a topless beach nearby.
Really?
And they're loud. They're really loud. They're like a thunder.
Got quite a number of fighter jets passing over my town here in Sweden frequently. It's the Viggens, I think they built somewhere around here.
They're beautiful.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
In Sweden, they
fly
practice...
away if you take a picture of them, though.
I don't know, but on some holidays they passed over my house and then they fired flares. That was pretty amazing to see.
Oh wow! Okay, I hope the flares didn't land in your house.
No.
In Sweden, is it that where they practice landing on public roads?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what they do.
Thought so.
Did you say they practice landing on public roads?
I haven't
like
seen
highways?
that. Yeah, but they do that. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but that's what they practice.
They used to do that in Singapore where I live as well. Used to like roll up all the they could get rid of all the plants on the highway in like 10 minutes, and then it's just like a runway.
Do they use parachutes? Like, how do they slow them down?
Nah, it was like a massive highway.
Oh, okay. Imagine loading a $40 million fighter jet onto a flatbed truck. Do we use a crane or do we use a ramp?
Very carefully, anyway.
Use another jet.
A VTOL jet.
A Chinook. Might
That's not.
Well done, Axel.
If you fly close to the ground on final, you get a nice tailwind.
I see. I really need it.
Yep, thanks God.
62 miles to the finish.
Are there any glider clubs that fly over the moors?
In which county?
Well, it used to be called North Lincolnshire.
Oh yeah,
But
okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's just called Lincolnshire.
Yeah, I was there for a while.
No, I think it's like just around York.
Yeah, so Ruffeth is just by York.
Yeah, been there.
There'll be done that. There will be other gliding clubs, you know, because they're dotted all over Britain. It'll be some sort of not too busy, you know, kind of place somewhere.
If you look up the British Gliding Association website, you should be able to find where they all are.
Oh, okay.
No, in Rufford, I actually did my TMG rating there.
What's that?
Touring motor glider.
Oh, okay.
Because at the time I had a share in Adventure T61.
Yeah, okay.
which was cadets.
I'm just flying past Grafham Water. When I'd see that from the air, but that would be, I'd think I'm on my way home at that point.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I've got to say, I'm lower now than I'd normally expect to be. You know, because we're just that much more aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking at Grafham Water from lower. I'm in a higher performance glider as well. Oh yeah, Chaz, it's just off your wingtip, isn't it?
Okay. Flyger Papa off to my 10 o'clock. It's higher than me, going faster.
He might beat you back then.
You know, I'll conserve a bit of height.
He's not much higher than you though.
No. I don't want to be stupid and go too fast and then not make it. Well, the motorways are very empty.
Yeah. This, you can see, because this lands flat with all these landable fields, that people on Final Glide on a competition that just aren't going to make it, they'll land out, but they only, you know, they'll only land out maybe 5 kilometers short or 10 kilometers short.
Yeah.
So as you're coming in on Final Glide, you're flying over the top of them, which is freaking great. You know, you're looking down, you can see them. You can see them in the fields, but you can see if you look at the landscape here, you can see why it's easy to pick out a glider in a field. You know, from above, right? You can see them from miles away.
You mean just like York landed in the field the other week?
Yeah.
And then I went past you, then went in as well.
Oh. Yeah. I've done it once where I overcooked it.
Mode that good?
Well, it's a stupid thing to do. You know, you're just a couple of 100 feet short.
Potential for problems with your gear.
Oh yeah, but mostly it was just annoying. You're standing in a field watching the entire field coming over you. Yeah.
Fly over you.
Yeah, I was in the lead. I flew along a cloud street to an interwind waypoint, and then turned. You see, I don't forget it. And I turned out of the street through the waypoint and home. And if I just stayed in that street another literally 1 more minute, I would have gained that extra height, and then I'd have come home super, super safe. And instead, like an idiot, and I was leading, so I had everything to throw away. And I just turned off the street, went through the waypoint, started coming on this. We're here, where we are now, right? This area here. I'm coming back, and I'd fucking overcooked it, and landed in a cornfield, you know, a harvested field. 3 miles, 4 miles.
Full of corn stubble.
Actually, a wheat. I should call it a wheat field. Yeah, not corn would be the wrong word to use.
You have to go along the furrow.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem. I mean, it sounds like it's sandpapering the underneath of your glider, but it's not too bad as long as your wheel doesn't drop into anything.
Did you have to pay the farmer?
No, it was harvested. I mean, I wouldn't land in a wheat field with wheat in it, but no. So it's just stubble, of trimmed.
We had an outlanding 2 summers ago that the farmer went and got these 15-foot 8x10 planks he had in the barn and made a plankway so we could roll the thing to the edge of the road where he had his tractor road.
Okay.
Because it was way out in the middle of the plowed field. Yeah, there must have been 10 of them, and him and the adjacent family and all the kids. There was like 15 people. They came out and laid this whole thing down. I couldn't believe it. It was like
nice.
Yeah. I videotaped it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
They were all friendly, and they had the 3rd largest dairy farm in the state of Vermont. They had 1,500 head of cattle.
Wow.
Okay.
But what a great family. Kids running around all barefoot. Just so country kids with the jumpsuit,
Wow.
jumpsuit clothes on and everything is just like classic.
Wow.
Yeah, Apple Maps is really good in this area.
Finally get to Cloud Base, and I'm only 50 miles out. $7,000 finally.
Be worth every foot.
Yeah, now I'm gonna not arrive in the negative. I got plus 2,500 now. $49 miles out.
There sure are a lot of wind farms in that area.
Yeah, we've stopped building onshore wind now. The UK gets 2/3 of Europe's wind energy. So, but we build offshore wind